Well,
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to class today. How was the weekend? Okay. Yeah, mine too was nice. Mine too was nice too. Okay. So, how is the new week for you guys already? I hope it starting well, sharp, right? Um. So, okay. Yes, it's going to be fine. It's going to be nice too. It's going to be fine and nice, right? So, I was able to go through your assignments, although I'm yet to make remarks on them. So I saw all what you guys did. Uh, saw what you did. I saw uh, some. Most of you did. Some of you did well. Some of you were doing the two. Although initially I wanted you to focus on one. So, but most of you were doing the two assignments. So, but it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. So, so okay. So today we'll be doing more of integrated service activities, and also we'll be talking about the assignment, like making a revision on it or making a remark on it, right? So that's what we'll be doing today. So so that being said, um so let me start with some of us that did the blog post assignment. If you did the blog post assignment, can you indicate on the chat if you did the blog post assignment? Indicate on the chat. Let me see if you did the blog post assignment. Like blog post, not the script. Okay. Okay. Just two people is indicating that they did. Okay. So what about those that did that worked on script? You did script as yours. You chose the script. Script. Nobody did script. Nobody worked on script. Okay. All right. So I think this Monday is a very Monday busy day. It's a busy Monday for almost everyone, right? So just like I said, remember last class I said that we should get our CVs arranged, right? Our CV in place. I made mention of that last class. Also, I I said that we should also um, know the importance of sourcing for works for jobs online, right? Okay. So um, that is to say, that is to say, I believe most of us have our CV here. So, and again, I want to talk about that reminds me. Also, the assignment I gave, the second assignment. How is it going with you guys? How far? How well? How far have you gone? How far have you gone with the assignment? Hmm? How far have you gone with the assignments? No one is staying into today is the submission day for the assignment. You had the weekends to yourself, you had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So I don't see reason why you have to be quiet in response. You said download keep your download keeps failing. If it keeps failing, then either your data is not enough or your network is poor. Either of the two. That is why your assignment is not coming through. And also, so you need to check those two things, right? Internet speed and your data. And if you keep feeling again, maybe check your storage space. So, you remember today is the day for submission of this assignment. So, being quiet is not what I expect us to be at this moment or at this point in time. All right. So what I want to hear is that okay, I've done so. I've done so. You're saying I should. Phone users, I've been seeing this thing on the chat, and I don't really know why that pressure on the phone users this, phone users that. You're learning a skill. You're learning a skill, and the skill requires you. It requires you that you have a laptop. Phone is not even an option. You're not even supposed to say phone this one, phone that one, or whatever plight it may be. You're supposed to have a laptop. That the organization knows that laptop might be a challenge. That's why they said subsidized rates, right? Subsidized rates, yet. And okay, I went ahead and said, okay, since phone, people are saying phone, and some are saying that the capital now is not inclusive. I said, okay, try to use phone app. Now you see phone is not working on your app is not working on your phone. So I don't really know what to do. Maybe you want paper and pencil, right? So, and I cannot say you should go for other editing apps because we've not started CapCut. I didn't even say we have started CapCut. I'll say okay, anything we are doing, you might be seeing it on CapCut because there are phones that can carry CapCut, but we are not on CapCut yet. You understand? We are not on CapCut yet. So, and this Adobe Premiere requires you to follow suit. So I don't really know how to solve that problem for those of us that have phone and it's not compatible with our phone, right? So, and also one thing again, if not compatible with your phone, check your phone. Maybe you might need to upgrade your phone. Maybe your phone software needs an update, right? Chimeze, you're not supposed to be asking me this question here in this class now. I don't know whether I know. Why don't you guys just check your WhatsApp? Why don't you check your WhatsApp and read information there? You need information. You need something to be reiterated to you over and over again. That's not smart. It does not show that you're willing to learn. If you're willing to learn, you'll be checking your charts so constantly. Now you're asking which phone app you say we should download, and this is how many days from last week you're asking this question now. Do well to go and check your WhatsApp because I'm not going to make mention of it. Someone has already made mention of it on the chat, and I know you might not even know that that's what they say you should do, right? Okay. And then someone said again that uh, those were not in class. The recordings. I've solved problem of the recordings. It's the same thing. You're not following up with the conversation on the WhatsApp chat. You're not following up with the conversation, right? Do well to follow up the conversation. It's very important. You cannot stay, or should I say, sleep or enjoy your night rest, and then now come and say you don't know, you don't understand, you don't know, you're not doing this one. Please do well. I've provided solutions for that. I I I opened a Google document for submission of your emails. So I'll forward the links to you. Some of you sent in your mails. Some of you were having technical issues, saying password this, password that, and the rest. Now, I now provided another option. I went ahead, downloaded the video, uploaded it on my YouTube channel, provided you my YouTube channel link with the name of the YouTube channel, so that all you just do is just go there and just simply watch it, right? And just simply watch. But still, most of us could not still do that thing. So I wonder how you want to do content creation and without this laxity, right? And this is a no code skill. Just imagine you're not doing a skill that requires you to code. We'll sleep on this matter now. I don't know how we state this factor now. So please do the needful. Help yourself, right? So that you help the class, the flow of the class. I need you to help yourself on that part. Right? Um, okay. So what what's next is yeah, good morning and welcome to class late. So, so what we're talking about. So with all these lags now, I don't know whether we should forge ahead. Well, today we are just doing integrated service. We are learning some things about integrated service. So because it's an inclusion in content creation, there's no way that we can do that. We can work effectively without without knowing some of these integrated services in content creation, right? So when I mean by integrated services, this person is just coming now. So what I mean by integrated services and the inclusion in content creation, I mean now for most of us that are developing content, blog posts, either we are trying to organize a script for a short comedy, a short podcast, because in our assignments, most of us, how many people do podcast? One. Yeah. Okay, just one of you did podcasts, and some of you again were doing product adverts. So you were doing product adverts. No, no, regardless, the efficiency in doing all these things, right? Doing your products, doing your um, podcast, even creating the content for your blog. There's no way you can do this thing without the use of integrated services, right? Integrated services is like general name. So what I mean is applying other IT tools or IT skills, integrating them into your content development. So what it means, like now, doing content writing. So you're trying to write a text content for a particular visual content, right? So content writing, you use content writing for your blog, you use content writing for your scripting, you use content writing for any video production you want to do, you have to write the content for it, right? Organize this thing. You want to shoot a movie, you need to write the content, right? So now having a structure for this thing is very important. Having a structure for this thing is very important. So to effectively do this thing, you might have a skeletal structure. Like let's say for instance, film, you are trying to write a script for a movie, right? So to have a content for it, to have what should I say? To have a content for it, you need to have a structure, right? You need to have a structure. And that structure you can use integrated service to develop that structure, right? Just as and you have to be coordinated about it, or should I use the word coordinated, right, to get this scripted content. So the one that we'll be talking about today is we'll be looking how we can use. I know most of us must have heard about it. The usage of Chat GPT for for activities, right? How can I get the last? Unduri, Uchenna, Christian, you came late and you're still asking Christian when I'm explaining what we're having for this class. Please don't do that, right? Just listen. Listen. So so what I'm trying to say is now ChatGPT, most of us must have heard about ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is the name of a brand, but it's just GPT. So anything anyway you hear GPT is AI, right? AI utilization. So we're seeing how to use ChatGPT to effectively carry out our work, whatever tasks that we are doing, right? So I'm trying to load up. I'll share my screen soon enough, but I'm trying to set it up before I share my screen. Uh, just give me some seconds. So after ChatGPT, we'll be seeing how to use uh, we'll see how to utilize our LinkedIn and also see how we can set up our Upwork profile. So that we'll know the importance of where we need to be very attentive here in class, right? Okay. Um, okay, share my screen. So I believe you can see my screen now, right? You all can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So now this is ChatGPT. So for you to effectively use this GPT, you will need to be able to you need to have to go to their website, right? Their website, which is simply you can just go through Google if to save you the stress of cramming their website offhand. You can just go to Google, just go in your browser, right? Google.com and you enter, right? Why is it taking time to load? I don't like why it's taking time to load. I don't know why my network is suddenly slow, but regardless. So if you just go to google.com, then you simply search for chat GPT, right? And you search. So you see, it takes you the first result. You can see it's chat. This is the web address here. https chat.openai.com, right? That's the address. So once you click on it, then for you to use it, you have to create an account. So once you create the account, then you have an interface like this. So on the ChatGPT, 3.5 is free for everyone. Why 4 is paid. You're not doing paid plan yet, right? So now the work of the AI is to give you feedback on whatever input that you give to it. Let's take for instance now, You give it an input to tell you to write a full information about rice in Africa. Eh? That's like a topic. So you want the AI to help you break it down. So now structure. For you to give you that answer, you need to provide it a structure. And you know a letter has it has the address, it has the title, it has the body, it has the full in that body of the letter. It has sub sub sections, right? And it also has a conclusion. So now to do that, you have to tell the AI to, okay, why generating a content, a blog content for this particular topic, it should also provide you this structural part of the content, right? It should provide you the structural part of that same content. So that's so um what- so now let's take for example now. I hope you're all attentive, right? So now let's take for instance now. I want to say want it to okay. Now you are giving instruction to the AI. So you know an AI is an automation that receives instruction, right, from the operator. So now you pass it an information simply by saying, let's say, want it to write. So say generate a written content for a blog or for a blog post, right? Full stop. The content of the of the post is rice. Rice as you can choose to put it in quotes, right? Rice as put as a commodity in Africa. Then you close the quote, right? Then you enter next line. To enter next line on your chat GPT, you wouldn't just click enter on your keyboard. If you click on enter, if you tap on enter, it's going to just pass in the information to the chat GPT and you start generating answers. So to enter next line on your text box, you just simply hold down your shift key plus enter together, right? Then enter the next line. Then you write, you continue. The content, the content should have an introduction shall have an introduction, a body, a body, and and a closing closing statement, right? So now we've given it an instruction. So with the instruction given, then we can just simply pass it in, right? So now you can just press your enter key on your keyboard directly, or you use this arrow button here, right? You send, then it gives you the answer. All right. So as you can see on your screen now, we now have a content. We have successfully written a content for our blog post, right? We have our title, we have the initial title, but the AI now generated this one, Nourishing Nations, unveiling the significance of rice as a commodity in Africa, right? So if you look at the introduction that you said we asked it to generate. So you gave us an introduction, right? You also gave us the body, and the body had plenty sub paragraph. Yeah, like how many paragraph? Three, right? A staple on every table, economic backbone, challenges and opportunity. And also gave us the closing statement, right? So if you read through, then it's your duty as the content creator to now adjust, filter, or add more things that you need, right? And add more things that you need. So also, let's say we want to also uh, create a, a content for our social media posts. Let's say we want to write about this current class that we are in, right? So you start by simply telling the instructor, you start by simply talking as if you're talking with the AI. So you are interacting with the AI. Although you are giving it instruction, but you're also interacting with it. So in the sense that, let me give an example. For those of us that have uh, friends at home, right? So let's take for instance now we go to work today, and all the good things we experienced at work today, on reaching home, maybe the things were good or they were not that good. So on reaching home, we then we met that our friend. So now in this case, that our friend is the AI. So now in this at this point in time, we are not talking to this our friend. So we are narrating to this our friend what actually happened to us from the start of the day to the close of the day at work, right? So, but this time around, after narrating all these things to this our friend who's the AI, then we'll now give it an instruction. So this time around, the difference is that we are passing it the instruction so that it will help organize all those narrative essay that we have given to it, right? All those things that we've narrated. So we are now giving it an instruction to help us to organize it to create a post, right? To create a post for our social. So either for our LinkedIn or for our Instagram, name it what of you, right? So the essence of that narrative is for it to give us a good result, right? So let me see if I could find an example of our past class. I think. Okay, I think here is one. Okay, so now you can see just like I was Look here now. Look here. I believe you're seeing my screen, right? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, all right. So now, now you can see this was the narration I gave to the AI. It's saying you, that is me, the user. I told you that I have. This is what I just said. I told him all this story. I believe you can read it, right? So all these things were the things that happened. These are the things I did during one of the um, what should I call it? Crash course I handled at Futo. Sorry, let's say boot camp rather. Boot camp, right? So these are the things I did, right? So I went on telling you that I, e- enough information that I told it to do. So now look at from this point here, then I gave it an instruction. I said you should write a content for a post on LinkedIn, right? Then it should also narrate my profound gratitude, right? As blah 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 blah. Then I said also you should describe how the students were able, you understand? Then that was all. So after writing everything, then I gave it the instruction and look at the answer, right? Nice and neat. It created the content for my LinkedIn post, right? Exciting news. You can see the way he organized it, add more words to it, right? Arranged English very well, you understand? And gave me all what I just did was I just carried this content. I analyzed the content. I took out some parts that were not suiting to my choice or my wants. Then the next thing I just uploaded it, right? And you can see it also generated hashtags for me. You can see it provided me have a suitable hashtag for that content, right? So you can see that is how um, we can see the importance of AI in our content development. Okay, so any question on AI before we go further to the next one? Huh? Any question on AI? Hmm? Okay, I think I've seen the question. You say, sir, how did you send it for it to give you the output? How did you upload it, sir? Were you guys not seeing when I was writing those things? Okay, prudence. On my screen, on my screen, after writing all these things I wrote here initially, for this first one, for this one, after writing all this, after typing all these things, rather, after typing all these things, then I was not telling you. If you remember, I said for you to hit the next line, you need to hold shift, then enter. That's when you're writing something, when you're writing inside here, inside this place here. You need to hold shift key and enter, right? Even on your keyboard, like even on your phone, on your keyboard, for you to enter next line, to write something again on the next line, you also need to press the shift key on your keyboard and press enter as well, so that you enter next line. Because if you just simply press that enter on your keyboard, it's going to send that instruction. So aside sending instruction, aside using enter on your keyboard to send in the instruction to the AI after typing, You can also use this. See this arrow here that's saying send message, prudence and lovely. Are you seeing it? Send message. Hmm? Once you tap on this send message, it's going to send in that information, right? So that's how I sent in the information to the AI and generated. Yes, yes. The ChatGPT work on phone. It works on phone. Chimizi. The ChatGPT works on phone. So all you just need to just go to your browser. But on your phone, it works on your browser. There's no app installed for it. It works on your browser. Solely works on your browser. So once you install the app, sorry, once you create an account, then so once you uh okay, yes, yes. Okay. Any other question? Any more question, or should we forge ahead? Okay, I think no more question is coming in. All right. So um uh all right. I'm writing on now. It cannot be downloaded, Prudence. I just said it now. I said you, you can't download it. We can only access it on your phone browser. So if you create the account there, it's only when you go to your browser, you enter that website, or you just simply keep that tab so that you can revisit the tab of. That's the only time. That's the only way you can use it. Okay. So now let's move on to uh, LinkedIn, right? So, but before I move to LinkedIn, I said I want to talk about your assignment. Hmm? I want to talk about your first assignment. So, because this LinkedIn is also linked to your second assignment. So, let me talk about the first one. Although, like I said, I've not made remarks on your assignment. So once I make remarks, you will see it at your own end, right? Okay. So, like I said, uh, I don't know if Okwosena is on this call right now. Is Okwosena on this call, right? Okwosena. Okay, he's on this call. Person is on this call, right? So from your script content that you created, I observed that you were creating a product a script for a product advert. All right. You're creating a script for a product advert, which is also which was also good. So also in general, I noticed that most of us were stuck, or like, not us rather, not us, because I was not among you guys. So most of you guys were stuck with the idea of creating content for, let's say, your own brand or your small business that you're doing. Yes, although as Nigeria is concerned, it's the way everything is. You want to is everybody have the mentality of help yourself, right? So I believe I understand. So I understand when most of us are focusing on our personal brand. Of course, we have to. Of course, that's what we have to do, right? So, but the expertise or the understanding of a particular skill set is when you apply it on something that is not yours personally, right? It's when you do something that is for another person, you act as though you are providing a service to that person, right? That is when you know the edge at which you can take, or you know the extent at which you've gone in that particular level, skill level, right? So for most of us that were developing products at like one, two, three, four. Four created product adverts, scripts for product adverts, which was good, right? I also like self-development. So it's going to help you in case you are going into social media management, right? Managing social media for brands and individuals, right? And personal, even yourself, it's going to be okay. So, but one thing most of you guys didn't put into consideration was your organization skill. Your organization skill, you remember during the first class or second class, I was talking about ideating and organizing, right? There's no way you leave organization outside content creation. You have to apply your organization skills effectively. So those scripts that you guys developed for those product adverts, you need to see how you can organize them efficiently, like organize them properly. So what I mean by organizing, you will have to you have to put them into good structure so that it can be readable and be accessible by anyone, right? So whatever statements you're making has to be line by line. Although some of you apply the organization uh on I think blog post or thereabouts. I'm coming to blog post as well. So I think it's on your podcast. So okay, there's two people that created podcast content. That is Rita Chikwem and uh, Emanuela Aru Aroyinko. Sorry, I cannot pronounce his surname. So, but these two people were the one that created podcast. Then, of course, then Mirabel, uh, Unduka, and Peace. They created product adverts, right? Script for product adverts. So you need to go over and look at it properly. Also, even when writing scripts, right? Do you know why it's script? It's something that you can fall back to should in case you forget an idea, right? That's one of the essence of that script. It's something that you can quickly fall back to. You understand? So even when writing the scripts, all those ideas that you're visualizing for the content when you're recording it, like to say if this person is going to say, and the picture is going to this one, someone did something like that. The picture is going to for the sliding, the person is saying this one, right? Hmm. Also, if you want to do a video for it, you can say, okay, actor this one, actor that one is going to play this part, this one, that one. They have to whatever thing you're imagining, you do well to put it in writing, right? So that's what's going to make your script full of content. That's when your content that is when you be full of information or ideas in your content, right? Okay. So um now over to those of us that created blog posts, right? Most created blogs, the blog post without pictures. Although it was not mandatory, sha, but given the fact that it was not mandatory, I was still expecting most of you to add pictures to your blog post because imagine like you go to a website and you're trying to read something and you're not seeing visuals, you're not seeing pictures. You will just get bored. You get bored and you want to just close that website. You get tired of reading, right? Okay, like most of us, I know, most of us can't read a novel without pictures. Like me, when I was growing up, like I find it hard reading a novel or a book or or a textbook without reading how many paragraphs and then I don't see a picture. Like psychologically, it would be as if I'm stressed psychologically. I might just end up leaving the book because as I'm reading that book, I need to have a picture to help my imagination coordinate well, merge well, so that will flow with whatever the writer is saying, right? So that whatever the writer is saying, I will flow with it, right? So, I don't know if Oscar is here. Ekemini, oh, Ekemini, you created a blog post without picture. Even Queenette, you didn't add pictures too. And Prudencia, Prudencia, I was confused with your own, right? I was confused with your response, but you tried, right? You tried, but your response was I was confused, but you tried. You did the two assignments. You did both the script and the blog post, but between the two, I think your blog post was okay, right? I think you also added pictures, if I could remember well. Okay, so those were the categories that I saw that was okay, right? So, and in the blog post, people like it's not like I'm saying these people didn't act, but people like Chimize, okay, Chimize tried. I think Chimize did both the okay, no, it was not Chimize that did both. Chimize did blog posts, right? It was good because he added pictures, right? Abishi added pictures. I don't know. Added pictures, and it was informative. You know, there was a bits of structure. Well, during the blog post, the person that actually like tried well was a Machi Injemanze. I don't know if the person was doing content before, but the person tried actually. You know, the structuring was nice. Picture development was like at a glance. I liked the feed the report at a glance, and the fact that although it came in late, and that's an error. That's one error. But it came in late. The fact that it came in late, I opted to overlook it. And again, the submission again was kind of not okay. It was not wrong. I wanted to overlook these two things, but I just said I should check it, right? So and I did. And it was I liked it at the first glance, but next time do well to adhere to submission deadlines. It's very important. Submission deadlines are very important. So do well to also always adhere to it. So every other person did well. Like I'm not saying nobody did well, right? Okay. So that's that about the assignment. So let's talk about a LinkedIn, right? Let's talk about LinkedIn and see what we can get out of it. Um, so LinkedIn is for the course of this class. LinkedIn is very important. It's very important because number one, like I said last time, yeah, it's you use it to assess your performance here, right? You use it to assess your performance here in class, as in is a requirement of the organization, you know, and even the even calculator as well, right? So just like I said last time, and also added it in your assignment, I believe that should be something most of you must have done by now. Creating a, a LinkedIn social, right? It's very important. So then the next thing is after creating those socials, then you need to follow follow the strategic bodies, right? You follow you follow CSAEE, right? That's the organization. You follow Coca-Cola as well, right? Is a strategy I'm telling you guys. Oh. You need to follow these people, right? And you also follow me as well. Sorry, if you wish to, and it's not mandatory. It might just be strategic for you as well. So, but the main bodies who are strategic are CSAA and Coca-Cola as a whole, right? Then you also follow the executive director, right? I think they are provided links to their socials. I'll do well to send it later, right? I'll do well to send it later in a PDF format. So now the essence of you following these people on your socials or connecting with them rather, because on LinkedIn, what you do most of the time is connect. And also you do well to follow too. One of the importance of doing all these things is to create a strategic connection. So, and LinkedIn allow the uploading of content. So, you're content creators, and subsequently, even after this training, you'll be developing content and sharing on your socials. So, as you share on your socials, all these bodies would, at some point in time, they're also monitoring and assessing your socials, right? So, should in case now you a is this like by working with them or doing something with them or for them, they can quickly assess you and say, okay, you were part of this program last time, and we can say, okay, this is the things that you have done so far, right? So for those of us that don't have LinkedIn socials, do well to create it. And to do that, let me see if I could open it. I don't mind, might be logged in already. It might be logged in. So for you to access it, you can either go through their website directly or you go through Google, right? You go on Google and you type LinkedIn, right? Just like this LinkedIn, and you hit search, right? Once you hit the search, you see the first results, a LinkedIn login or sign in. So once you click this thing, you see the option where you can sign in. And if you can't sign in, that is, if you don't have an account, you see an option where you can sign up as well, right? Or you see create an account. So after doing that, you have it set up like this. Mine is loading. I think network is kind of slow. you're asked to scan the code with your phone camera. Scan the code. Does it mean that you've created an account before? For you to give you this option, I think for for you to be asked to scan the code. Okay, yes, sir. I just created one. Okay. If you created one now, then that's what I think you just sign in. I think it's signing that's needed. Scanning code. I don't know why they're saying you should scan the code. Are you accessing it on your laptop? Maybe if you're accessing it on your laptop and you're trying to log in, they could tell you that you could scan the code so that you can log in from your phone. Maybe that might be the option that you're provided with. Okay. I think my network is very poor. That's why this thing is taking a lot of time to load. Usually it doesn't take this much time to load, but I don't really know why today it's doing like that. But I believe you guys can see my profile, right? Yeah? I believe you can see my profile.
Yes, yes, we can see your profile.
All these slow things. Okay, I think it's done loading. So now this is my profile, right? So you can see here, this is my name, this is my picture, this is like a cover picture. This is a picture that I use for my cover. Now, right here is the representation of, or let's say the title representation of my technical capability, right? Like things I can do. Then you can see my address, right? Okay. Also, you can see that, okay, this is the institution I attended. It's also here. I added it. And this is where I'm currently working now, right? Okay. So, also, when you're creating your profile, it also asks you to give your real a name. You can also give a short name for your link. Should in case someone wants to access your profile, you can just simply share them this your link like this, right? So I chose to provide this as my personalized addition to the link. Okay, then when you scroll down, you can see the about section. This about section is where you write about yourself. So LinkedIn generally is just like your online CV. It's not even like it's your online CV, right? That's what LinkedIn is. So here you write about yourself. Then now these activity sections, it records all the activities or most of the activities you do here on LinkedIn, right? It records it. Okay. Then also now it comes down to this strategic point here. So now experience records all the experience you've had, working experience that you've had so far. Hmm? The working experiences you've had so far. It carries it here on your experience tab, right? So once you add it, it puts it in an ascending order. So your from your previous year to your current year, right? So the previous year will be somewhere down, and your current year will be at the top, right? So if you also scroll down again, you're going to see another tab for your education, right? So you're going to see your education and also see, you can also add other things again. Let's say you have licenses and certifications. You can also add them here on the license and certification tab, right? Also, if you've executed any project before, you can also add it here on the project section. So also, it helps you to record skills again. So any skill that you have, you can add it here. I'll advise that you make your skill short and precise. Like mine that is showing 25. I know there are some addition that was added by themselves because of my recent certifications. So but I'll still go over and revise them so that they will not be too much, right? Also, if you have recommendations from your co-worker or your past uh, heads of departments where you worked before, you can also receive a recommendation from them on LinkedIn. So provided that they have a LinkedIn profile, right, they can write you a recommendation, right? So now, once you set up this profiles, once you set up a profile, complete setting it up, it's important to follow all those strategic um, bodies that I said you should do. Like you see, mine, I have connection 77 connections, and I'm still doing well to increase the connection potential, right? And also do well to add more important certification and add more projects that I've executed, right? Uh-huh. So all these things are important for capacity building, right? So to build your capacity, build your reach, right? And so that you can be easily accessible by employers, project owners, individual problem owners, so that you can be a solution for them, right? And all that and all those things. So um, it's important. So let's say, for instance, now you're done creating your account. So you can just simply come and search for, let's say you want to search for CSAAE, something like this. You want to search for them, you see them with their logo here, right? Non-profit organization. You can click on it. You click on it, or if it doesn't give you a drop down, you just simply just hit your search on your keyboard. That's CSAAE, right? So you can see mine has shown, but I don't really know why it's having the black overlay. This thing that is slow like this. So you can see I'm already following them. Right? I'm following them already. So once you come, you also going to be showing that you're following them already. So you need to follow them, right? And if you want to view their page, you can also view their page. There is to search for, wait. So now when you come to the next, when you go to your search tab again, then the next thing is to search for Coca-Cola, right? So if you immediately just put Coca-Cola self, you see the option, right? So now the one you're going to select is the one that has this black logo, right? This is the Coca-Cola company that has black logo on it. Once you select them and then you follow them, so subsequently I'm going to give you the list of people that you follow strategically for your own good, right? So now the next thing is so any question on this LinkedIn, so I'll move to the next one, which is Upwork. Any 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 question? No question. We should move to the next phase. Should I go to the next phase? So are you seeing my next? Are you seeing okay? No response. So that means it's a go. So let's go to the next one. I be nobody. People just I don't see it, but they're not listening. Wait. Are you listening? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
It's if you're listening. Okay. So now let's move to let's go to Upwork. Let's go to Upwork. Let's go to Upwork. Okay. For this Upwork, we need like a fresh account to set it up. But I don't have a fresh. I don't have. I have an account already. Hmm? Okay. So, but Upwork. Now, let me just give if there are some points where I just have to give a verbal explanation, right? Upwork. So to go to Upwork, to visit Upwork and create a profile, you need to go to upwork.com, right? Simply upwork.com. So now the reason why I said you need to have a CV is the method at which you create these profiles or these accounts, right? It's the method at which you create this account. Okay, mine has even signed me out already. So now, right? Um, so once you're on this Upwork, right? Once you're on this site, you need to create an account with your Google Mail, right? With your Google Mail, not just creating an account, right? Right. So the essence of you creating an account with your Google Mail is to help your visibility level increase, to help increase your visibility level. Where's this laptop lagging? Is to help your visibility, the level of visibility on that profile, right? So, um, you're sleeping. Tabs are sleeping now. Why are you not so? Side scan. Okay. So now you're showing me that you can see suggesting that sign up with Upwork, right? Sign in with my Google, right? So now to do that, right? Once you click on sign up, it's going to give you another page. It's going to give you another page, right? On that page, you are then required to choose. My voice is not clear. It's network, but I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to adjust so that it's clearer. Your voice, okay. I think is it better now? I don't know. Huh? You said, can you hear me now? It's still shaking. Let me check. Mic in front of the camera. Okay. Is it still cracking? Is the voice still cracking? Okay, okay. Yes. No, yes. Mm. So, but the crack, is the cracking too much, or is something that is manageable? Is the cracking too much, or is something that is manageable? So, can afford ahead. What about now? Is it hearable? I think let me see if I can test it from my own headset. Test. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, continue. But it's kind of network. Okay, what you guys can see. Hello? Is it better now? Seems better. Okay. Can you hear me now? I've changed network. Sorry, it's not a problem. So we can't. I'm trying. Between networks. Networks, they just don't start to be up now. Yeah. We have to stop this thing.
Using my own passport number. Old passport number. That is what is causing the problem. This Somalia.
Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, these are
I can hear
Nigerian.
you.
Oh,
I remember now. Please my data. Push someone's passport number. Passport number is not mine. They are not mine. They are not mine. My passport number 325675 and not 5676. That could be anyway the problem. And the new one is I'm in a class. Huh? Good afternoon. Hello, Father. Good afternoon.
Hello, Father. Hello.
Lady Prudence, we can hear your call. Do you mind? Can you mute? We can hear your call, your conversation.
Prudence, can you hear me? Stop talking. Mute yourself. Please. Come on. Don't know that your mic has me on. Even myself, I'm not even missing my mic, they respond. Oh God. Class in Keta, Bolam. Class today. Prudence. Are you hearing me? Please mute yourself. You're laughing.
Your own.
Sir, please, what happened? Your voice has been mute since.
Is it mute or you cannot hear me? Hello? Hey, I say
Like
hello as
it
if
is
I'm on a
now that
call.
I'm hearing what you are saying, but since I've not been hearing you.
Mercy, we had network issues. We've been having network issues, so I just resolved this now. So I said you guys should just take your attendance as our time is exhausted. So we'll continue with setting up the Upwork profile next
Excuse me,
tomorrow.
Francis.
Okay.
Yes?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you need to end your class now, please.
Okay, yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we are doing now.
All right, please, hurry up.
That's no, I don't know why she's keeping quiet on me. I greeted her that time. She just said the same and keep calm. So I was just insinuating, no. That's not can give it a mom. She just being calm on me. No, for now, sorry. No. I think I was just thinking, no, why she's so cold. I mean, that is why. It's okay, I'll sort it out with her. Okay.